A very good morning to all my dear students. Today we are just going to do the comprehension portion of our chapter Robbie, my robot. So this is the section 1 of the unit 3, right? So in this chapter we have already been seen that this is all about a robot whose name is Robbie, and Robbie is a friend come philosopher, and its name is Robbi 999XHA, and the master of this particular robot is Sunny, right? So whenever you see the name of the Robbi, it means robot, which just occur from the word robot. That means it's not the Xerox machine, it's not the washing machine, it's something different from the other machines. So robot is something, you can say, strange and different from other machines. So if I will talk about this, then Robbi is considered to be a particularly domestic model of a robot. Here the full name of Robbi is Robbi 999XHA, right? Here 999 stands for the year of its make, 1999, and X stands for the deluxe model, and HA is the home appliances, right? So after that we come to know that what kind of body our Robbi has. So here we find that my Robbi is made of shining metals. Its head, chest and arms, everything is made up of metal. Its blue eyes are glowing electric bulbs, and it moves on 4 wheels like the toy car. And whenever you speak to it, it will give you the answer in the metallic voice. So here our narrator Sunny just tell us that some of the features and the qualities of our Robbi, the robot, as it's never loud or passive, as indeed all loves Robbi in the house of Sunny. So here next our Sunny discuss some of the you can say features of Robbi, as the Robbi helps Sunny in many ways. For example, it brings everything that Sunny wants, as it does all the kinds of tasks. It is hardworking, it is obedient. Whenever Robbi, you can say Sunny, asks to Robbi to bring some biscuits, then Robbi turns and goes back to the kitchen to bring him the biscuits. So if he is now at this time he is going to compare our Robbi with the human being named Shamu, who is the servant of Sunny, that whenever Shamu will ask to be bring some of the things at once, and we will order so many time, then he become angry. But whenever you can say demand anything of and anyway, you can say Robbi always follow it obediently, it never be so angry. So it also a hardworking too, as it does all the kinds of tasks at home, as it cleans the floors, it washes clothes and utensils, it helps mommy in the kitchen. Mommy has all the praises for it. And but here is that it is a simply mechanical servant, only good at doing physical work. What is Robbi? Robbi is simply a mechanical servant which is doing physical work, and it is good at physical work only because it has no emotions, right? So it is much more than that, as it has brain too. Brain too means some of the CPU memories are there. So now Sunny is going to tell us few of the, you can say, genuine part of our Robbie. For example, its brain capacity, its IQ. As our Sunny, you can say, give the, you can say, the time to ask some of the question to the Robbie about the community. Then Robbie gives each and everything about its community. For example, he says that the word Robbie has been, it means robot, has been derived from the Czech word robota, right? And in the next he tells us that it means slave in Czech language. And the word was first used by Czech writer Karel Čapek in his play Rosum Universal Robots, was back in 1921. So here you can say Robbie tell each and everything about its community and its derivation. Right after that, here Sunny going to tell us some of the you can say laws of robotics. First of all, he tells us that there are 3 laws of robotics, which are also known as Asimov's laws of robotics. Right after that, you can say Sunny asks to Robbie that who is Asimov. Then he tells that it is the name of the famous science fiction writer, and he is an extraordinary human being who wrote more than 500 books on science and science fictions. Now he just tells us that the full name of this particular person is Isaac Asimov. In 1940, he wrote a story which contained the laws that did not allow a robot to harm a human being because he knows robot can be dangerous if misguided. So these are the few key points. Now after that, Sunny discussed the 3 main you can say law of robotics, in which the first law is that a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. The next is that a robot must always obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders conflict with the first law. Right? The third law states now that the robot must protect its you can say its own existence as long as such protection does not come in conflict with the first and second law. According to all these 3 laws, which were just followed by our Robbie, these are not to interact with each other because they cannot be in the conflict. They cannot be used in conflict with each other. Especially, first cannot be second, and second cannot be with the first, and third cannot come in conflict with the first and second laws. So that is understandable. Right, students? After that, there were only 3 laws which has just been built into the robots while designing them. So here, Sunny was find himself that there is no need of you can say fear or scare of robots. Now after that, robot says that is there any further question, sir? It means Sunny जो उनके मास्टर हैं वो उनसे कहते हैं अगर आपका इससे ज़्यादा कोई क्वेश्चन है then you can tell me. Now here is the end of your you can say this very chapter, which I have just already been told you in the previous video, but this is the point to remember for you, which are the key points I have already been discussed in this video now. So you have to do one thing here, that you have to write down all the key points which I have discussed here in your notebook. Now after that, I will discuss about the comprehension questions and answers which are just given here. Right? After that, I have already been discussed about the true and false of Robbie, and I have just discussed about the language skills and other you can say the word powers and other things I have already been discussed. So do it for your own. Now let us discuss about something about our comprehension section, that is question and answers. As first here you can say first question says that what is Robbie? What is Robbie? Why didn't here come who is Robbie? Because Robbie is a non-living thing, right? So here every non-living thing will be denoted as it, and if you ask something about that particular thing, then it will be denoted with the word what. So here says answer number 1, the Robbie is a robot. It is also the robot friend and philosopher of Sunny. It is a particular domestic model of a robot. Remember always what is Robbie? Robbie is a robot and a friend and philosopher of Sunny, and a particular domestic model of robots. Not only this can be sufficient, you can also mention a few of the details about Robbie. For example, that Robbie is a robot which is not similar to other machine, right? So it is a domestic model robot, and you can also say that Robbie is simply a mechanical servant, and which is good at only doing the physical work. Remember this always. And it is very intelligent. You can also include or conclude all these lines into your question number 1's answer. Here the question number 2 says, what does 999XHA stands for? Here Robbie has a particular domestic model of a robot. I have already been told you, right? So 999 stands for the year of its make, and 1999, that is 1999, and here X means stands for the deluxe model, and HA is the home appliances. So these are the, you can say, code word or the abbreviations used for all these facilities which are just included in the robot, right? So here is the so what you will refer to this 999XHA. Here 999 stands for the years it makes, means the manufacture date, and that is 1999 of the Robbie. And here X stands for the deluxe model, that means the top quality model, and HA is for the home appliance, it means which can be used in the home, right? So after that, so I think these two questions has been clear to you now. Now question number 3 says, who was Isaac Asimov? I have already been told that he is the famous person who has just given the 3 law of robotics, and a famous science fiction writer he is also, an extraordinary human being who wrote more than 500 books on science and science fiction. But remember one thing, that he has given the 3 law of robotics. Remember always this. I have skipped this line, but you have to write it down in notebook. If it will not be there, then I will cut off the mark. So please keep your mind that you will write it down in your notebook with the line that he has given the 3 law of robotics. Now could you please tell me or revise your 3 laws of robotics? Now here the first law says, a robotic may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. This is the first law. So here is the second law. Second law refers to that robots must always obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders conflict with the first law. Remember this, they will always obey the orders, but the only one condition, that it will not conflict with the first one. And here is the third law, the last law, in which the robot must protect its own existence as long as such a protection does not come in conflict with the first and second law. So remember this, you have to learn these 3 law of Asimov, as it is very important and it can be come into your 5 marks questions. So remember this all, and you have to write it down as I have been you can say telling you now in this video. So if there's some line are missing here, so you have to complete your answer with my own words. Now the next is question number 4. As the question number 4 says, how does Robbie help Sunny? I have just given you the idea that how Robbie helps Sunny, as it is follow. As it brings everything that Sunny needs, right? It does all the kinds of tasks. It's hardworking, obedient, and it's simply a mechanical servant, only good at physical work, and it will never got angry, and it brings everything which Sunny commands to it, such as plate of biscuit, toffees, etc. It also helps in household works. So you have to enhance your answer by my own speaking answer, which I'm just telling you now. So you have to write all these things too in your answers. Question number 5 says, why is Sunny not scared of robot? I have just already been discussed about the 3 laws of Asimov under which the robots work, and our Robbie the robot is also having this, you can say, taking some of the kind of restrictions because of 3 laws, and as which I have just already been told. As Sunny is not scared of Robbie because Robbie follows or governed by laws, and that was Asimov's laws of robotics. And these laws have been built in robots, and due to this they cannot harm human beings. Now let us again know about the Asimov's law, and what are the you can say robotics own laws. Now here Asimov, I have already been told that a famous science fiction writer, an extraordinary human being who wrote more than 500 books on science and science fiction. Now, he is also a very extraordinary person who has just given the 3 law of robotics, that is Asimov's law of robotics, in which the first law is that a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. The second one is that a robot must always obey the orders given to it by the human beings, except where such orders conflict with the first law. The third law says or states that a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protections does not come in conflict with the first and second law. So these are all understandable for the robots, as these laws have been built into them while designing them. So this is all about the things, and because of all these things they can assure themselves that they are safe under the robot, because some of the you can say wild mischievous character use the doing the bad use of our robots. So here the 3 law has been fitted into the robots so that they will not harm anyone in their life. So I hope this has been clear to you now. And if I will talk about the B of this comprehension section, then here the true and false. The first question says it is a man-like machine. Second is it is help in household works. Then third one is Shamu is also a robot. Fourth one is robots can be dangerous if misguided. Fifth is Asimov is a scientist. The first one is true. Second one is also true. Third one is false. Fourth one is true. Fifth one is false. Right? The next is language skills. Here you have to read out the 2 sentences which I just given in the narrative form. So here the narrative, direct and indirect, you can say. So these two sentences have the same meaning. The questions arises from there is that do these sentences have the same meaning? No, they don't have the same meaning. So what is the difference in their meaning? You have to clarify with your own mind that how can you differentiate by their meaning. As in the first of the point says Shamu said Robbi is a servant. Now here is the speaker is the Shamu, right? And in the second Robbi is the speaker, and he has been told someone that Shamu is servant, and in the first answer Shamu told that Robbi is a servant. Though both our sentences do not convey the same meaning. What is the reason? Why? Because the speaker are different, right? Speaker are different and they are conveying the different messages to other. So here is the you can say One last question is here, that it is the changed position of the punctuation mark that has made a difference in meaning, right? So what is the reason? Meaning is this, that it is changed position of the punctuation marks that has made the difference in meaning. Remember this. In the next question, you have to rewrite the following sentences, putting capital letters, commas, full stop, and question answers marks in the correct places. What you have to do? You have to do that. For example, where the capital letters are missing and they are written in small letters, then you have to do it in capital form, as I have already been told you in this. So you have to read out from my previous video on this chapter, and I think this has been clear now. Now let us discuss some of the difficult question and answers. Difficult words here. First is state. State means say or express something in speech or in writing. And the next is inaction. It means lack of action, in which you are not doing any kind of action. Obvious means hota hai easy to see and understand. Sound means the appears, gives a particularly impression when heard or read about. So this has been the lesson written by Dilip Salvi, and here Dilip mentioned each and everything about the concept of robots, how the robot works, and as well as what are the significance of this name, and who is the Asimov and who has just given all these ideas to promote the robots into the domestic use, as it has difference from other machines like cars, Xerox, and all these things. So this is the you can say all about our Sunny. So take care, and we will commit soon. And if I'll talk about some more word meaning, then here is that absolutely deluxe appliances, soothing metallic voice, right? And impressions, drive, rebel, gone by, and robotics, prevent. And you have to do all these you can say difficult word meaning in your notebook, so which I just already been told you. So you have to do this. We'll meet in the next video, the next chapter. Thank you so much.